like there has been no true leadership for it at the moment. Since like the likes of Lenin and Trotsky, there has been no one that can head up a workers' movement fully and build around the ideas of communism. Which is exactly why like what we do as the Revolutionary Communist Party is build people and educate them in the ideas so that they can be those leaders of the revolutionary movement to steer the working class.
Oh, so you're like in an educational mode, awareness mode at the moment.
As it should be, I think, for all communists around the world, is the fact of the matter that if you're not educating yourselves in the ideas, what's the point? You will not have any ideas to change the world. As it is, as Marx said, philosophers have only interpreted the world, the point is to change it. It's about using those ideas to educate the working class, to build a movement, to then seize the power and actually put it under workers' control.
I mean, I may be ignorant on this, I probably am, but do you believe in communism? What I understand is communism is you try to make everyone in society as possibly, like obviously you're taller than me, you're a different colour, but you try to make everyone equal.
That's a misinterpretation.
Okay.
It's not about like making us all somehow homogenous, like kind of hive mind. Do you mean there's no like about like that's what the interpretation is, that we're all like this kind of hive mind, one brain, kind of one queen bee.
But hasn't communist countries operated like that in the past? Like me and you, for example, we should do the same type of work. We should try and think the same way. We should earn the same money, the same house.
That's a misunderstanding of it. But like you said, it's not like I know we're not arguing here. So it's a misunderstanding of how communism has been represented. It's not like
represented or practiced.
And also, it's the same thing. There has not been a fully communist country in the world. There cannot be a communist country without capitalism being overthrown.
Because people will use Stalin as an example, but Stalin's not. That's a bad example to use. People who like jump on that example as well. It's a bad example to use because people wouldn't say.
So what's a good example?
As I said, like the Bolshevik Revolution, quite exactly, is basically the workers took power very peacefully, no bloodshed whatsoever in October of 1917. Literally the Bolsheviks were swept into power, ushered into power by the workers because of their ideas. And
Who did they remove? Who did they remove?
Well, it was the Menshevik provisional government who was basically shoring up any power that was left under the Tsarist regime.
Okay. Was that kingship? Sorry.
Kingship, you say?
Was that kingship before?
Well,
like the royal family running?
Yeah, Tsarist, it's a monarchy.
Okay.
Autocratic monarchy.
And then the Bolshevik Revolution overthrew them. But how long did it last?
How long did it last? Well, it still lasted, like, the USSR is still a product of that revolution. And what came after it, those gains, still, like, we would stand and defend the fact of illiteracy dropping to the floor, life expectancy going through the roof, the first country in the world to reach outer space as well. Like, semi-feudal country, 50 years
So everything was all good?
Oh no, we won't say that. We won't. Of course, this is what I'm saying. Like, I'll defend those. Defend those gains.
No.
But we can't. Obviously, we can't say that everything was all good. This is the same thing as like what we say. We will vehemently still attack like Stalinism. What Stalin did, the shoring up of his bureaucracy, the way in which he killed.
Didn't he slaughter people? Like
this is also what we're saying. It's like that was
and taking all those. Like Uzbekistan, Pakistan, he took them in.
Not Cuba inspiring to kind of.
So how did Bolsheviks? How did it lead to Stalin then?
Well, essentially, Stalin consolidated his own power within the party.
As you do,
shoring up his own, shoring up his own position.
It's human nature, isn't it, for some people?
But
we can go to human nature as well. But as in Stalin basically shored up his power within the party, and as soon as Lenin died, was able to surround himself with a bunch of yes men who would be like, this is Stalin, he's going to protect our interests as leading members of the party and bolster our own position and elevate themselves to a caste above the workers who had realistically done all the work and taken the power forward.
But why wouldn't that happen again?
Well, this is what I'm saying about leadership. It's about providing the correct ideas. Stalin distorted the ideas of Marxism and Leninism, the stuff that actually led the workers to power, and used it to basically defend his own position as a consolidating dictatorship of himself.
So in terms of what you're saying, it can happen again. Any bad man can consolidate power. That's a risk that can happen. But it happens now. Like in the 80s in Chile, when Justice Pinochet, he was like a right-wing conservative dictator. He killed thousands.
I was in school at that time.
His ideology. And no one says, why does the capitalists do that? That happened under a capitalist leader.
Of course.
And we criticise that rightly. But whenever
communist?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
You want to censor that for your video?
Revolutionary
You want to
Yes.
censor that swear word for your video?
Yeah, no, it's fine, it's fine.
Debate that.
I
as well.
did that. You
That's what I would understand. Yeah.
Saying that living under like what is a deformed worker state.
You must
is not communism.
have people. Did people swear at you ever? Did people swear at you?
Swear at me? Yeah, of course.
Did they?
Yeah.
I mean,
I'll still.
that's. I'm sorry. I need to.
So your point is because you experienced communism, you think you're surprised that in a free country they're calling to it.
Yeah.
Well, I also wouldn't argue that the UK is a free country.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's so called free.
Yeah.
So called free.
Same with like I would argue that it wasn't communism.
What East Europe would never do, the social society, the socialism, was implemented in the UK. I came here in 2016, and this is the most social country ever.
Like socialist country.
What do you mean by social? You mean like NHS, education?
Yeah, you have everything, you know?
I wouldn't say we have everything. We have an increasing unemployment rate.
What's the worst what's the worst enemy of good? You know it, isn't it? Better. That's the worst enemy of good. Because you do not know, people in this country do not know how good they have it. They do not know.
Or do you
They
think
do not know.
people freezing in their homes because they don't get a winter fuel benefit
Really?
payment? Do you think people thrown to the streets because of benefits cuts?
Let me tell you. When I was starting school in the communist Romania, my parents used to take me to buy me one pair of pants, one pair of shoes, and one coat. And they used to buy it 2 numbers larger, you know, to make sure that
Two sizes too big. Yeah.
2 sizes larger, to make sure that I could wear it next time.
This is the same in this country. That
Yeah,
in this country.
and whoever thinks that they didn't,
Like
they cannot make it in this country, it's
Yeah.
stupid.
I think we're rich in this
Because,
country
let me tell you
generally.
why.
Yeah, of course.
There are
In this
exceptions.
country,
Comparing that, but
in
I'm saying-
2016,
But if you sit to that
with
homeless
an
kind of
offer,
thought, oh, by the way,
job
we're rich.
offer, indeed.
Yeah.
He's not going to be like, oh, fair
have
enough.
a back-
It could
Yeah.
be worse somewhere else. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
a trolley, and 2,000 borrowed, 2,000 pounds, which I borrowed. After 8 years and a half, I have a house in London, 2 Rolexes, and a baby.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
We're happy for you.
I'm happy.
But there is still.
So, whoever claims that they are born in this country and cannot make it, they are either stupid, misled, or they probably they are misled.
So you think of at least like half of the population that live paycheck to paycheck, struggling to make ends meet, are stupid.
I mean, when you're, do you know? Let me tell you something. When the communists fell in Romania, the government took the land and gave it to people in general. And my mother used to take me because whenever I was not good in school,
Yeah.
my mother used to take me to farm the land. But do you know how? Iron Age style, with grapple, you know, with something to cut the weeds. And she used to tell me, we were going to the land. It was like we had to wake up at 5 in the morning to get there, to get there at 8, because it took a lot to go there,
Can I ask a
to
question?
travel there.
Enough cameras, guys.
They
We've
use,
done our time.
and my mother was telling me, you know.
I think it helps you get your message across. There's some benefit in it. Can I ask you a question? I don't know what I understood. I could be wrong. Is when they got rid of communism, didn't it just get replaced like with mafia?
Sorry.
In many Eastern European countries, when communism fell, didn't like the communist rulers just become mafia and rule everything anyway?
No.
No.
It's part of if the society had previously was because not all communist country was the same or the same.
Okay.
because, for example, in the oh, by the way, the stuff with the Black Lives Matter and all that stuff like that, it is the most communist stuff I feel now is that, for example, if you go to work and you say, I don't like that, or I don't like that, I don't like, I don't know.
These type of people, this idea.
These ideas, you may lose your job. And that's the fear of speaking out.
If they say no, they say
I
no.
felt it only in communist Romania. You cannot speak now. You cannot speak. You couldn't speak. You cannot speak against the bad ideas we see.
Do you face this? Do you face this a lot?
You cannot speak.
No, we
You
have
cannot
quite
speak
a lot of
against.
communists in our party
You
here
can't
from
say.
Romania.
Actually, I don't think that this trans rights it's a good thing.
Yeah, you can't say it. You can't say it. Yeah.
You can't say that because you lose your job. You can't say that. You can't say, oh, this guy.
But his point is, it's not a free country. That's why.
Guys,
No,
let's agree to
it's a
disagree,
very
maybe.
it's a very free country.
Let's agree to disagree.
How are you?
How you doing? Was the conversation ending, yeah?
It wasn't ending, but it can end. Alhamdulillah. Okay, thank you for your time.
Thank you for your time.
So is the debate ending?
No, it's not. It's not a debate. It was a discussion.
Oh, okay.
I think I ask questions, and I think that they try to clarify as much as possible. Yeah. Not yet. About 10 minutes.
Before it gets there, let's all be friends.
Yeah. There's no bad feelings. Okay.
That's what it is.
I mean, I know, I understand.
Great conversation.
I know you don't. I know you don't want to make yourself all busy with one person all the time. But my point was, I think that this idea is very good at criticizing Western capitalism, but I don't think it has a solution which has actually practically worked.
Are these cameras yours?
They're not mine, but they are with me. But it is a public place.
I know it's understandable, but I think
I mean, we wouldn't want to force our laws on other people, would we? Or our opinions on other people.
anyways, I think
Yeah.
I mean if we're done talking, so it's up to you.
I'm not done, but if you want me to leave, I'll leave. It's fine.
I mean, you're
Yeah.
crazy.
I'm not.
You're crazy.
Okay.
You're
This is a
crazy.
Marxist country.
You're crazy.
No.
But it's a bit strange. Like when you have an idea that people should be free and they should have discussions and we shouldn't have a state controlling us, but then you seem to be acting like this conversation should stop.
No. I think it's just we want to go about and speak with other people.
Okay.
At the same time. No offense to you whatsoever.
No problem. But
I've traveled.
can I just bring up one more subject, very briefly?
There's poverty everywhere.
Do you believe in a God, a creator?
Oh no.
Okay.
I'm agnostic. I've got a religious family, but I'm
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I don't believe in God.
Just as asking, is that part of the communist movement?
Well, the communists
You can be
inherently
religious
is like
and communist. That's not like antithetical to communism. You can be Muslim communist, you can be Christian, you can be atheist. It's not like anti-religion.
But that's not really the track record of communism or Marxism, is it?
well, we would say the track record. if you
Like
wanna-
even
if you
Karl
wanna
Marx,
still go
isn't
on,
it?
Like the Stalin track record.
But even isn't it Karl Marx who said that religion is the opium of the masses, or
Yeah. And we'd still like go through that idea as well.
But that's not us to say you can't practice religion.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
We
up to the
have
communists.
Muslims in the party. I'm saying Muslim because you're Muslim. Not
Yeah. I understand.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's the same thing as like a lot of people. You still have your own religious beliefs, but if you want to fight on the side of the poor and oppressed, and you want to be a communist, by all means, that would not stop you from fighting for revolution. At the end of the day.
So it's a secular organisation. Is that how you would term it?
What's in like religion itself.
As in this Communist Party, you would say it's like it's a secular organisation. As in, if you want to have your religion in your house, in your church, in your mosque, that's your own business. But don't bring it into education, in economics.
Well, it depends. People apply their own life experiences to whatever political ideology they have. So, if you being Muslim might inform your political ideology in a conservative way, but it might inform it in a communist way too. It's not like your life experience to inform your politics, regardless of how you lean. It doesn't have to be. There are conservative Muslims in countries that are super right wing. There are conservative left wing. That people.
Of course.
So it's not like Islam is not inherently right or left.
It's neither.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So I'm saying it doesn't have to. You can,
No, but it still goes back to the point that sometimes people think you have to be black or white. It has to be capitalist or it has to be communist or it has to be left or it has to be right. See,
There are distortions within all groups.
Yeah.
As you say, whether it be religion, whether it be political, there are distortions within all groups, different sects that this way or the other.
See, as a Muslim, if I just the way I understand is there's a God, okay, which obviously you disagree with, but that God, because he's all knowing, he's all wise, he created us. Therefore, he knows what is good for us, what is beneficial for us. And if people, they follow that particular way, then they will prosper. And if they don't, they'll just be wandering like headless chickens, basically, going between this and that, pillar to post. So that's my...
But that's not disagreeing with us.
Yeah, for us, I would say it's like, is it the suffering that is it something that we should then bear the burden of? Is it right for this God to say that we should suffer on behalf of X, Y, Z reason because we're doing it in a religious way?
Sorry, I didn't understand the question.
So like basically, like what you're saying is all knowing, all good.
Yes.
Like knows why we should be doing this. We are basically, this is the way of our life, and we're doing it because this is God's plan.
Yes.
But realistically, is that an all good God if it means that millions still have to die after that?
Yeah, I think sometimes what happens because
obviously, like I don't want to then open a whole other debate because like we could
philosophy,
go
yes,
like the philosophy of religion.
Yes. Because I think it's
I honestly hear where you're coming from.
As a European or people who are brought up in a European society, I think it's very easy to look at religion from a European perspective, like Christianity, and the question which you brought up, I think you're leading to is, if God is all powerful and he's all loving and all merciful and there's suffering, is it because he's not all merciful?
Or not all powerful.
But he's... In Islam, we don't have that concept because we understand life is a test, and you'll have good and you'll have bad, and you're being tested on how you behave. Like multiple choice, it has to have wrong answers. But anyway, thank you for your time. It's been a pleasure. Okay, sir. No problem. Okay, thank you very much.